Real estate in Dubai on mortgage in 2025. In 2025, demand for real estate in Dubai continues to grow, especially among Russians looking for investment and relocation opportunities. Mortgages in Dubai are becoming an increasingly affordable and attractive option. In this article, we look at the main aspects involved in obtaining a mortgage in Dubai, including opportunities for non-residents, the application process, requirements and conditions under Dubai law, and moving to Dubai with family and children. Possibility of obtaining a mortgage in Dubai. In 2025, mortgages in Dubai have become more affordable for non-residents. UAE banks offer attractive terms and conditions, including low interest rates and long loan terms. However, to get a mortgage, you need to take into account a number of requirements. An important factor is the availability of a resident visa, which significantly increases the chances of approval of the application. It is important to note that mortgages in Dubai for non-residents may have their own characteristics. For example, the initial payment is usually between 25% and 50% of the property value, while for residents this figure may be lower. It is also worth noting that the maximum mortgage term for non-residents is usually limited to 15 to 20 years. Nevertheless, despite these features, a mortgage in Dubai for non-residents remains an attractive tool for investing in real estate. With a stable economy, a high standard of living and the UAE government's policy of attracting foreign investment, Dubai is one of the most preferred cities for buying real estate. Investing in real estate in Dubai. Real estate in the UAE. It is considered one of the most reliable and profitable investment options. Dubai offers guaranteed profitability, golden resident visa and high standard of living. Investments in Dubai real estate also provide a stable passive income and the possibility of obtaining residency. By investing in real estate in Dubai, you get not only quality housing in one of the most prestigious cities in the world, but also the opportunity to get a stable rental income. It is worth noting that Dubai is a popular tourist destination, which ensures a high demand for rentals. In addition, the UAE government actively encourages investment in real estate, providing foreign investors with the opportunity to obtain a gold resident visa. This visa entitles you to stay in the UAE for a long period of time without the need for an annual renewal. Thus, investing in real estate in Dubai is a profitable and reliable investment option that can yield significant returns in the long term. The process of getting a mortgage in Dubai. Getting a mortgage in Dubai involves several stages, each of which requires special attention and preparation. Bank selection. The first stage is choosing a bank. In Dubai, there are many banks, each of which offers its own mortgage terms. It is important to choose a bank with the most favorable terms, low interest rates and good service. It is recommended to pay attention to banks such as Emirates NBD, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank and Dubai Islamic Bank. Collecting documents. The second stage is collecting documents. Banks require the provision of a package of documents, including a passport, income certificate, real estate documents, and others. In some cases, you may need to provide additional documents, such as a job certificate or bank statement. Sending a request. After the bank is selected and all the necessary documents are collected, you should apply for a mortgage. The application is usually submitted via the bank's website or in person at a bank branch. After submitting the application, the bank checks the information provided and makes a decision on granting a mortgage. Making a mortgage. If the application is approved, proceed to the mortgage registration process. At this stage, the loan agreement is signed, the initial payment is paid, and other actions related to the mortgage registration are performed. Purchase of real estate. After completing the mortgage, you can proceed to the purchase of real estate. It is important to note that Dubai has certain rules for buying real estate that must be followed. The entire process of obtaining a mortgage can take from several weeks to several months, depending on the chosen bank and the complexity of collecting documents. Expenses when applying for a mortgage loan. When applying for a mortgage, you must take into account additional costs. These include taxes. The UAE has a tax, real estate tax, which is about 4% of the value of the property. This tax is paid in a lump sum when the property is purchased. Agency fee. If you use the services of a real estate agent, you will have to pay them a fee, which usually ranges from 2% to 5% of the property value. Real estate insurance. Most banks require real estate insurance for the duration of the loan. The cost of insurance may vary, but it usually amounts to about 0.3% 0.5% of the property value per year. Bank commissions. Banks can also charge fees for processing mortgages. These fees may include application review fees, loan origination fees, and others. All these expenses can significantly increase the total cost of the loan. Therefore, before making a decision to get a mortgage, you need to carefully study all the additional costs and take them into account in your budget. Requirements and conditions under Dubai law. Dubai legislation in 2025 imposes a number of requirements on borrowers. These requirements are aimed at ensuring the reliability and repayment capacity of the borrower. Here are some of the main requirements. Age. The borrower must be at least 21 years old at the time of application and no more than 65 years old at the end of the loan term. Salary level. The borrower must have a stable and sufficient income to repay the mortgage credit. The minimum income level may vary depending on the bank and the type of property. Resident visa. Having a resident visa increases the chances of getting a mortgage loan approved. However, some banks also provide mortgages to non-residents. In addition, banks can set their own requirements, which may include availability of a permanent source of income. Banks prefer clients with a stable job and a constant source of income. Stability of operation. Banks may require the borrower to work at their current place of employment for at least a certain period of time, usually from 6 months to a year. No arrears. Banks usually check the borrower's credit history and refuse the loan if the borrower has outstanding debts. All these requirements may vary depending on the bank and the terms of the mortgage. Therefore, before applying for a mortgage, it is recommended to carefully study all the requirements and conditions. Banks providing mortgages in Dubai. There are many banks operating in Dubai. There are a number of banks offering mortgage services. However, among them we can single out the top 3 banks that offer the most favorable conditions. Emirates NBD. Emirates NBD is one of the largest banks in the UAE, offering a wide range of mortgage products. This bank offers some of the lowest interest rates in Dubai and a long loan term of up to 25 years. In addition, Emirates NBD offers special conditions for non-residents and a flexible insurance system. Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, ADCB. ADCB is another major bank in the UAE known for its flexible terms and fast application approval process. ADCB offers a mortgage with a fixed interest rate for the entire term of the loan and the possibility of early repayment without penalties. Dubai Islamic Bank, DIB. DIB is the first Islamic bank in the world that specializes in Islamic mortgage products that do not include interest. Instead of interest, DIB uses a system of joint investments and leases, which makes its products attractive to many borrowers. Choosing a bank to get a mortgage depends on many factors, including your personal needs, financial condition, and future plans. Therefore, before making a decision, it is recommended to conduct a thorough study and, if necessary, consult with an expert. Legal issues and resident visa. Buying real estate in Dubai involves a number of legal aspects, especially for married couples. According to UAE law, when buying a property for two, both spouses must be named in the contract. This is important to protect the rights of both spouses in the event of divorce or death of one spouse. In addition, it is important to keep in mind that the UAE has certain rules regarding the ownership of real estate by foreigners. For example, foreigners can only own real estate in certain areas called free zones. When real estate purchase outside these zones, a foreigner can only obtain a lease right for up to 99 years. After purchasing a property in Dubai, the borrower is eligible for a resident visa. This visa entitles you to live in the UAE, as well as to work and conduct business. The cost of a resident visa varies depending on the type of visa and its validity period, but usually amounts to several $1,000s. It is important to note that to obtain a resident visa, you must provide proof of ownership of real estate, as well as proof of having sufficient income to support yourself and your family. In some cases, you may also need a medical examination and a certificate of non-criminal record. Installment payments from developers. Many real estate developers in Dubai offer the possibility of installment payments when buying real estate. This allows you to significantly reduce the burden on your budget and spread the payments over a longer period of time. Installment terms may vary depending on the developer, so it is important to carefully study all offers on the market. Advantages of installment payments from developers. High availability of real estate. Installment payments allow you to purchase real estate, even if you do not have enough funds to pay for it in full right away. Lower budget burden. Splitting a payment into parts allows you to distribute the load on the budget and simplify financial planning. Without interest. In most cases, developers offer installments without interest, which makes it more profitable than a mortgage. Disadvantages of installment payments from developers. Installment period. Developers usually offer installments for up to 5 years, which may not be enough for some buyers. Overpayment for real estate. Some developers may overestimate the value of real estate when providing installments. Risk of unfinished construction. When you buy of real estate from a real estate developer is always a risk that the facility will not be completed on time. Thus, an installment plan from a developer can be a good option for those who cannot afford to pay for the full property right away, but are ready to regularly and consistently pay part of the cost. However, before making a decision to buy in installments, it is important to carefully study all the conditions and take into account possible risks. Moving to Dubai with your family and kids. Moving to Dubai with your family and children is a big step that requires careful planning and preparation. Dubai offers a high standard of living, excellent conditions for raising children and many opportunities for development. However, moving with your family also involves a number of challenges, including finding a place to live, schools for your children, and adapting to a new culture. Advantages of moving to Dubai with your family and children. High standard of living. Dubai is known for its high standard of living, including quality medical care, security and excellent infrastructure. Quality education. Dubai has many international schools offering English language programs. Plenty of leisure options. Dubai offers a wide range of activities for children and adults, from beaches and parks to museums and theaters. Cons of moving to Dubai with your family and kids. High cost of living. Living in Dubai can be expensive, especially when you consider the cost of housing, education, and medical services. Adapting to a new culture. Moving to another country is always associated with adapting to a new culture, which can be difficult for adults and children. Hot climate. The climate in Dubai can be unusual for some people, especially during the summer months. It is important to prepare for the move in advance and take into account all possible nuances. It is recommended that you discuss the move with your family, consult with experts, and carefully study all the necessary information. Conclusion. In conclusion, getting a mortgage in Dubai in 2025 has become more affordable for Russians. Thanks to attractive conditions, non-residents have the opportunity to invest in real estate in Dubai and receive a stable income. However, before deciding to buy real estate, it is necessary to carefully study all conditions and requirements. If you still have questions or need help in getting a mortgage in Dubai, you can contact us. We offer a full range of services related to purchasing UAE real estate, including real estate selection, mortgage processing, legal support and relocation assistance.